Hello and welcome to this training video on Microsoft Office 2007, and in particular we're going to look at Microsoft Outlook 2007, how to create and edit signatures and attach them to your outgoing mail. My name is Pat McNair and I'll be taking you through this training section. Okay, well, let's get started. We'll start by starting up Microsoft Office Outlook. And we're going to look at what you would have to do if you didn't know anything about signatures. I'm going to create a new email. I'm going to send it to a totally fictitious recipient, in this case, Mr. Joe Smith at acme.com, and we'll just call it signature test. Now, I would type in all the text that I need here. Well, let's put an example in. That, and at the bottom of the text that you've typed into the message, you would want to put your contact details. Maybe my home telephone number. Which is totally made up in this case at the moment. And you may want to put other information in there, for example, a link to your email address and maybe a web page that you have set up. Anything in there that this person, Joe Smith, may want to know. Now this can be a bit laborious because you may want to send different contact details depending on who you're sending the email to. And you'd have to type this into every single email that you send out there, and you'd have to tailor it to the recipient of the email. For example, if I'm sending an email to a member of the family, let's say somebody I know that's abroad, then I would send my contact details including my home email address and my home telephone number there. But if I was sending it to a business colleague or some company that I was interested in doing business with, I may have my office telephone number in there, my office email address, a web page for the company I work for. So you'd have to tailor that. If you didn't know anything about signatures, you would have to put that information in every email that you send out. Right, well, I'm going to cancel this email. Obviously I don't want to send that out just now to Mr. Smith. I'm going to show you how to create a very simple signature, and we're going to start by doing one that you would use to a member of the family. And whenever you're going to create or edit signatures in Outlook, you always get to the same dialog box, and you get there by opening up Outlook, clicking on Tools here up in the top menu bar, and select Options at the bottom. You've then got a series of tabs. Look for the Mail Format tab and click on that, and near the bottom you'll see that there's a Signatures button. If you select that, that will open the edit box for your signatures and stationery. Now you can see that I've already created or started to create one called Home, but I haven't put any text in there, so I haven't actually created it. What I'm going to do is just delete that just now. Okay, and now this is the way you would see it if you haven't set up any signatures at all. We're going to set up one for the family, so I want you to click on the New button here and give it a name, and that's exactly what we'll call it. We'll call it Family. Now here we've got the opportunity to actually edit the text and start typing something in. So I'm going to put something just very basic in. And that's, so far all I've put in is my address there. Now the next thing I can do is put in my home telephone number. something like that. Again, I emphasize this is an absolutely made up telephone number I'm using for the purposes of this demonstration. Now, another thing that you may want to put in there is your email address. Now, I know that the recipient could actually reply to your email and it would get to you okay, but some people like to put a link at the bottom that the recipient can click on, which will automatically open their Microsoft Outlook and prepare an email to send back to you again. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to insert a hyperlink. Now there's a small tool, you can see a small icon here. If I hover over it, it says insert hyperlink. If I select that and make sure I've selected email address here, I can put in an email address there. Now here are ones that I've recently used. I'm just going to make one up for myself. Something like that. I'll click OK and it's put the hyperlink in there. Now when I'm happy that everything's okay, I can change the size of the fonts. It's just like you would have in Microsoft Word or any other letterhead, any other desktop publishing package or anything like that, or word processor. You can change the size, underline text, change anything about it. I'm going to take it as it is at the moment. I'm going to click OK and I'm going to click OK again. Now we've created a family signature. Let's see how you would insert a signature into an outgoing email.